his first ranking semi-final for nearly 2 years, who's holding sway, but he's still got plenty to do. He's only halfway to the final. Tonight, of course, from 7 o'clock, Jack was superbly forward, and that should be a really entertaining match. You can watch it all live with us here on Eurosport. But a big frame coming up here for Trump.
Fusing that red just above the blue. Thought that was a strange shot to play. Why not keep the game open by playing that red above the blue? Unintended kiss has left a red on.
1.
Given Judd Trump an immediate in. He's not had too many chances to get his hand on the table today and produce the flowing.
The red above the blue kept the game flowing, but he was playing reds down the table and in effect playing the safety play down this end. Player likes to do, really.
17.
Just the 173. But we haven't seen that form today from him as yet. But
25. $32.
He's got the choice here of playing for the blue and opening the reds up, or playing for the pink and going inside the blue later on in the break. So this split here, he does know how to split the balls up. Doesn't miss this one though.
46.
Could have done a little switch to right-handed. This is a big shot, this, right-handed. Oh dear. That could be very expensive.
46.
He's dropped lucky. It's not like he's not a bad rest player. Didn't have to play it right-handed.
1.
This could hurt. They will go to the right middle. Either to play the cannon to those reds off the cushion or just drop in behind them.
Riding on this match alone today, and points that will be most welcome for Barry Hawkins as he looks to reclaim his place in the top 16.
For a nice angle on the pink to drop in behind that red on the right side of the table.
30.
The red, he could get the cover. I think that was...
37.
Yeah, nicely played. He had to force it. Pot this and land on the pink to be able to get to the yellow. It's touching the cushions, so it should go in.
44.
It would be a big steal as well. Judd Trump was going well on 46 before he missed the red to the green pocket. This shot could be the difference between 4-1, 3-2.
52.
Wobbled. But he's nicely round. Got to missing that.
55.
It's under hit.
Biggest shot of this semi-final so far. Hawkins looking not only for the brown but position on the blue to win the frame for 4-1. And he's missed the brown.
Yeah, concentrating on trying to get
55.
to the blue, and he wasn't really on it. Thought he could have played a little screw shot there to get down to the blue, but he obviously thought he couldn't. Talk about
Four.
There's the brown.
yeah, could have.
Well, pressure on this, but what a big pot for Hawkins to move 3 clear.
9.
And he's got it. Another safety mistake looks to have cost him in this one.
Well, he's been the more positive for sure, Barry Hawkins.
9.
Gone for his shots.
And the frame.
Is in serious jeopardy now as Barry Hawkins increases his lead to a command, and the German Masters is in big trouble now. 4-1 behind. He's not really been able to find any of his trademark brilliance today. Even since the interval, he's still struggled a bit. Made a break of 46, his highest of the match, which tells its own story in the previous frame, but Mr. Red frame. So Hawkins needs 2 more for a place in the final in a meeting with either Jack Lazowski or Tom Ford. They do battle this evening, of course, from 7 o'clock UK time. Hawkins is not won. Part of the Bet Victor series, which last season consisted of 4 tournaments. This season it's 6. This is the 3rd of them. Already had the Championship League and the European Masters at the start of this season. And of course last season, Judd Trump won the Gibraltar Open, top of the order of merit for that quartet of tournaments.
If I remember rightly, he had to win the tournament, didn't he?
That's right, yeah. Neil Robertson was in pole position, but it was a fantastic final that Trump played out against Cairo. 2012, the Welsh Open, and the aforementioned Gibraltar Open, beginning of March.
Well, a mistake.
In recent times, remember he was 7-4 down in the English Open final to Neil Robertson, won. You'd think he's got to win this frame, and, well...
He's left a red to the right centre. It's an easy one.
1.
A chance for Hawkins.
That you can come back from 4 down with 5 to play. That's what he did against Ryan Day, but it's pretty rare.
5. Twelve. 20.
Red to the left of the black there. That would have freed the black into both pockets or made it easier.
28.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem, this.
36. 44.
Again, could have done with just a little harder. Hawkins seems to be playing very well, and he's thinking well. He's being
52.
positive, going for his shots. He does.
And when you think, Joe, about the circumstances in which he lost the second frame, an impressive response to that, hasn't it? Because he could really have lost his way after losing the frame in the circumstances in which he did.
Yeah, full till he's strong in this match. Trying to get back into the top 16 as well, Barry Hawkins. He's dropped out. Currently number 17.
68.
In because it's just the one snooker, which would not make him safe. But now that's disappeared.
4.
Yeah, that needed to go in as well, because look where the brown was. And he got 5 reds, 5 blacks, yellow, green.
75.
Brown right next to the blue. He could have.
Judd Trump. Highest break in this match remains.
A long time. I don't think I've ever seen him where he doesn't look focused.
82.
That adrenaline he normally has.
90.
77 centuries in total in this event, including the first 2 rounds, which were played back in November. Of course, Shaun Murphy made a maximum break against Chen Si-fan, assuming there isn't another maximum between now and then, in which case he'd have to share it.
98.
But closing in on his 4th century of the tournament, 2nd of the match. Well played. Judd Trump missed what for him looked a fairly straightforward opening red to the left corner.
106.
Out of the frame.
Yes, he knocked in a very good red. Trying to hold for the black.
150.
In his victory over Jack Jones.
180.
It's not an impossible task for Trump, but it is a rarity indeed to to recover that kind of deficit. And at the moment, there's very little
122.
evidence to suggest that Trump... This is his 8th semi-final this season in 9 events. His consistency has been extraordinary.
127.
He's due...
133.
But kind of, what a terrific player he's capable of being.
140. And the
Superb.
20.
A
Okay.
140 total clearance from Barry Hawkins, who has this match well and being completely outplayed by Hawkins. A couple of seasons, and Judd Trump has been playing lights out snooker, way ahead at the top of the world rankings, defending this German Masters title, one of 6. But he won, of course, last season, a record. He's won another 3 this, but we haven't seen that kind of form from Trump today. It's been a listless performance from him. And there is evidence of the domination of Hawkins, and the frame he lost. He should have won.
Well, he didn't raise his hand. He's leaving a red on if he misses it.
Six. $40.
Shouldn't be a problem for him.
20.
Holding for the blue.
$28.
Try and win the frame at this visit. He's got the insurance of that loose red. Not too bad for a right-handed player.
36.
Nicely done.
$44.
Good pot. And this is going to be his first 50 break. Black goes in.
$52.
This is what he's capable of, and in frames, 1 visit, 6 or 7 minutes. It's only been going about 5 minutes.
Be entertaining thoughts of victory at the moment. It's just a question of finding a bit of the old touch.
The pride maybe after the black. Problem.
68.
Can concentrate on a century of his own.
Fumed, but the problem for Trump is it's come very late in the semi-final.
76.
But you've got to start somewhere in a bid to fight back. Much more like what were you?
83. $89.
Barry Hawkins 140
90.
clearance just now was the highest break this week. This afternoon he's had a sitter frame out.
$98.
It's 51st of the year. 100. Over 100 last year.
100.
an awful lot to do to turn this into a real contest, but what a way to start. What flamboyance from Trump. But Barry Hawkins still firmly in charge here in Milton Keynes. He leads by, and will relive that green in due course that he potted at the back end of his first really impressive snooker of the afternoon. A 1-3-1 break to keep his slender hopes alive. Where did he find that form from? He had to laugh and shake his head at that one. Did I just see that happen? Have the laws of physics been rewritten? It's Willie Thorne in an exhibition many moons ago with just pink and black left. Potted the pink at tremendous pace and stopped the white dead in its tracks. Hawkins still just needs the one frame to go through to the final.
Could be leaving the party if this goes in. Nope.
7 minutes long, shortest frame of the match at a shade under 9 minutes.
One.
Suddenly
Landed. May have to come close to the black cushion to be on a red. A bit too thin. It's still potable. Recovery. It's going I say risky because it was a difficult shot. Shot he was playing, but he's managed it.
30.
Just leave an angle on the black this time round to open the reds up.
21.
Again, doesn't have to. He could leave himself. I think he's got the angle to go into them. Well, that's what he's done. It works out. He could be off again.
29.
Good pot. There. Looks like 2 reds will go there. Nice to take the top red if you can.
37.
Didn't want the red goes.
45.
Last frame and a half.
It's going to finish it though.
53.
Can put them under pressure. They know they can't afford to miss balls now. It's in this frame, Barry Hawkins.
$61.
Might have expected to be faced with at the start of the match. Big frame, and it could be another big break.
$66.
Couldn't spot, but there's no need. The brown is unmissable.
Move 4 up with 5 to play, 131 from Trump. And now another big century in the offing.
$78. $79.
play the cannon here. No, he could get onto this red.
85.
Aiming for career century. Number 770, but oh, hang on. It looked as though the blue had stayed out. It's gone in.
Still going then.
He can make another ton here. He'd only be 5 behind Stephen Hendry's career tally.
91.
Game played with a lot of toss.
$98.
Yeah, another good. Not to get this century. Brilliant.
Well, I know, but Judd Trump suddenly
106.
playing the way that he's done, dominated the rankings and the ranking events.
109.
And though Hawkins is still in charge, this must be a little disconcerting for him to see Trump
130.
producing his very finest snooker after two of them from Trump. Things looked hopeless at 5-1, but now there's cause for hope at 5-3.
131.
Magnificent stuff. It really is. A second cause. He still leads though, and still needs just one frame for a place in the German Masters final. Finally produced his best. Two magnificent back-to-back 1-3-1 breaks after Hawkins made 140 clearance, the highest break of the week here at the German Masters, to lead 5-1. But now the lead is 5-3. Not quite so comfortable for Hawkins. Trump has won 9.
He's going to need some help from his opponent on top of the brilliance.
1.
Look at that. Look at that. Will you see a better shot than that to come onto the black? Another superb shot from Trump.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple of outstanding exhibition shots from Trump in the last couple of rounds, but this is when it really matters. These are the money pots, when the frame's live, where you look to be completely down and out. What a fabulous bit of cueing that was again.
9.
Yeah, and that's why I admire him. Because of those shots that he can pull out.
$50. Yeah. $23.
That's a shot he's very good at. Side of the blue. Now he could go into them here or play for that 2 loose reds. He's under hit it though. Not then he may have to use them to try and stay on the black. Another superb shot. To get that shot.
And all the more so, Joe, because of what came before
37.
in the 6 frames before that first century.
I mean, Hawkins hasn't done anything wrong. Not only did he pot it, but he got superb position on black.
44.
Look at this. Little stunt round the back of the black.
45.
Be enough to leave Barry Hawkins needing snookers, but he doesn't want him to come back to the
50.
table. Needed to leave Hawkins needing snookers.
59.
Takes this red, it may release another one. Just needs to concentrate on the red in colour.
65.
Couldn't have split any better. What a well worked out cannon that
70.
was.
71.
All the world when Barry Hawkins was making his 140 clearance to go 5-1 up with Trump completely out of sorts, that it was only a matter of time before Hawkins has overtaken Hawkins in terms of total points.
78.
Century, the fourth straight ton of the match. Must have forgotten how to stand up.
86.
And the way Trump's playing now, even though he's still behind. 5-1 up, you're entitled to think, well...
Actually, I thought, well, he's going to get a chance, no matter how good Trump plays, he's going to get a chance. I thought the same thing after the second one. I'm still thinking that.
Judd Trump.
In contention, Barry Hawkins still needs one frame, but Trump is only 5 players in history have won 4 frames in a row with century breaks. John Higgins, Shaun Murphy, Neil Robertson, Gary Wilson, and most recently Stephen Maguire. Of course, and Anthony Hamilton. Well, we've had 4 on the bounce now. Remember, Hawkins made 140 to lead 5-1. And since then, pretty much all he's been able to do is break off. Night and day. Could well be some fireworks in that one too. Ford has made 4 centuries this week.
Did say it might need some help.
Waiting for his first pot, Hawkins, since he potted the black to complete the 140 break. 362 points have come and gone in Trump's favour since then.
Could have done without the kiss.
Hawkins will be grateful just to get a few shots at the start of this frame after the barrage from Trump.
Well, he took a risk there, swinging the cue ball. Just a little shorter pace, caught it just a bit too. Just a little bit too thin. The kiss leaves the red on. So, Barry Hawkins.
Is he wouldn't have been thinking realistically about winning. Now suddenly he will be. And of course that increases the pressure.
One.
So Hawkins ends against Sam Baird.
And then, how many was it?
5-4 back in 2014.
Seven. $23.
All reds, loose reds, available to him.
This is what Hawkins has been waiting for since he led 5-1. Oh, but he's missed that one.
Incredible.
30.
Right-handed again. Not all the pocket to play at. He's got it though.
One.
He need some help from his opponent along the way if he was to turn this around, and he's just had some.
And being on the black, although there's nothing hard about that.
7.
Trump, when he came to the table, it's even more difficult.
20 or so points made life very difficult for Trump to launch an effective. The boot was on the other foot against Ryan Day.
Get the right side of the blue, go into that cluster. Change your plan now.
21.
First of all, make sure of the pot, which he has.
Round.
It's a big bam. Table's a little bit easier now if he can get onto the black.
26.
The big screw shot. Can leave an angle this time round, and that's what. Where's it going to finish? Well, it's not too bad. Right in the middle, hoping that he gets back to the table.
$42.
the match there to certainly take a stranglehold on this frame.
This shot comes off. You know. Cut back into a blind pocket. He could try and play the cover with the black in case he does miss it. Didn't even consider playing the cover. Just come past it. Head above the middle pocket.
$54.
Oh, just slid past it. Up.
Six.
Head in his chair at 5-1.
He looked tired in his chair at 0-0.
Well, he's found, certainly be thinking about the red missed to the left centre when he was in charge of the frame. Now he needs a snooker. 37 the difference, 35 left.
It's not out of it though. Is it going to finish? Not good for Barry Hawkins.
That seemed highly unlikely about an hour ago.
One.
Or very rare for that to happen.
For Barry Hawkins, because he had a great chance there. Maybe not to win the match, but as you say, to get a good lead.
Was not inviting.
11.
But Trump has dug deep once again and produced some magnificent snooker from nowhere to make this a one-frame shootout. Well, gets underway next week here at Milton Keynes.
20.
But a chance to play in the German Masters final. Trump looking to make history yet again
26.
in successfly defending.
Judd
And he's given himself a chance to do just that. From a tremendous fight back from the world number one. And we're going all... Jack Lazowski and Tom Ford doing battle in our second semi in just under 75 minutes time.
It's this one. Oh, just a safety.
Has been 4 down with 5 to play and won, and 4 up with 5 to play and lost in a single tournament. I suspect not very often, if at all.
It started off a little slow, this match. Well, say, excellent stuff.
It's played since being 5-1 behind. That could have been terminal, couldn't it, if that red had gone for Barry Hawkins.
Barry Hawkins has done. He's given away the...
What kind of atmosphere the crowd would be generating at what they'd have witnessed this afternoon.
we've been very fortunate, haven't we, Philip, to be able to experience that atmosphere. Got to be careful of the double kiss, but he had the side on the cue ball, and that was pretty good from where he was. Tried to check it back down the table, avoid the kiss. Doesn't want it to drift off, and it's going. And that's the risk you take when you play full length of the table. A half chance maybe. Oof.
Into this match to get back on terms from a seemingly hopeless 5-1 down. Doesn't want to give it all away with one poor shot now. Taking his time. Right.
Yep. Looks like you can see it. Not a good safety from Judd Trump.
1.
So Barry Hawkins in with his chance.
But Hawkins has his opportunity here. What can he do with it? Oh dear.
Barry Hawkins, 7.
And the cannon. He's got any choice now but to open the reds up, but big target, green and brown. Caught them just a little bit too thick. It's still building up the nervous energy for their own match. Good opening red. Very good clearance in the last frame when the balls were not Hawkins, that is.
7.
At this stage, it's just about building a lead. Trying not to think about that red he's about to play. It's a good red to play for because it makes it easier for that red in the middle of the cluster
40.
to get to. Just gone a little bit too far with his intended position on the blue. You don't really want to be playing off cushions, just little stuns, screw.
That he can get himself out of any situation, that he can hold his nerve under the most extreme pressure. Today has been another glorious example of that.
26.
He's overhit it for the black and not hard enough for the blue. Still pot it. It's not too difficult from there. It's just at that place where it is missable.
31.
Particularly given what's at stake right now.
32.
On the black cushion, but he's playing the pot. Barry Hawkins gets his chance. Second chance. Spot makes the blue easier. Made the double. He's got the kiss.
8.
Oh, that's another super shot. And look how he's judged that. Just a little bit harder. Nicely. Another good pot. Great positional shot. Well, that deserved a round of applause for sure.
8.
Develop the pink. Oof.
15.
That only just went in. Not ideally on the blue.
42 with the blue. You'd only need a red and one more colour for victory.
And he's not on one. Not an easy one anyway.
20.
This could be an all or nothing shot.
Judd Trump, 20.
Played it with safety in mind.
One available to Hawkins.
And still anybody's game, this.
1.
This is match ball from 5-1 down and seemingly out.
Yes.
Previous frame, Mr. Red to the left centre. He's had a couple of opportunities in this one.
Oh. Wait for it. Oh, to win.
Yeah, he also needs to snook. Have to go some to match the drama of this afternoon, and they're scheduled to be on the table in barely 40 minutes' time.
nicely situated for snookers.
One.
There's a chance of a free ball as well while the red's on the table. This looks pretty good for a snooker ball up behind the colours.
Just yet. This is a bit precarious.
Yeah, you can't afford to play this hard. It would be a free ball. To go in the middle pocket. To leave the cue ball there. You can see it. Oh, he's missed it.
Now, hanging on in, he still needs 2 snookers. The balls are in.
Judd Trump. Completely missed it, that one, and surely that's the end of this match.
Was so far below par for the first half of it that you thought it was nigh on impossible for him. The very best snooker, 3 consecutive centuries. Barry Hawkins has had chances in the last couple of frames.
3.
Mr. Black off its spot at the start of this decider. An epic decider, an epic afternoon, but a truly memorable one. And even by Judd Trump's standards of recent times, with all of his success in the last couple of years. And he still has the chance to successfully defend the German Masters title and become the first player to achieve that. And he's done it in the most extreme.
لو عجبك الفيديو ما تنساش تتفرج على الفيديو ده وكمان الفيديو ده، وما تنساش تعمل سبسكرايب للقناة وادفع على خدمة الجرس علشان يوصلك كل جديدنا.